says read AI meeting notes is recording.
Oh,
Huh?
Is that coming from my end? Hello, everyone.
okay.
Hi.
I don't know. I
did you get a
don't.
message from me?
I assumed it was the representative for New Brunswick today, Jonathan Santos. But
He may have it on
I
a
have
different
a-
device because if you go in and look at participants, it shows you like a red circle by which. So he may be logged in on 2 devices.
I have an otter that I can't disable. It keeps coming up for every Google Meet and Zoom meeting that I go on, and it's been a nuisance to say the least. So
Oh, Greg,
Oh, maybe it's that.
I'm not happy to hear that. But it's good for me to hear that because I wanted to sign up for Otter and I noticed that they want to sync to your calendar. And I was like, no, I want that option of recording, not like having it happen all the time.
yeah, and I didn't even request it. It just appeared one day and started showing up and asking me to join in on my meets and Zooms. I'm keep clicking no, and then I keep getting, people keep telling me that I'm getting a request for your otter to record. I'm like, just click no. I don't know. I have to figure out how to disable that and get that off. It's been a pain in the neck.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it sent a message to the chat saying that you added it.
Hello, everyone.
I.
Hi.
Okay.
It says you can type read stop to disable or opt out to delete meeting data.
Do we all need to do that or just Greg?
I don't know. Let me see. I just did it.
Recording stopped.
There. Okay.
Thank you. So I count 4, Bob. Is that right? I'm not always.
And I'm just admitting somebody who I assume is Deb.
It's me. Yeah, I have no video. Sorry. I
Okay,
can't get it on video.
but
I have
that
audio,
gives
but no
us
video.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a quorum, ma'am.
Okay. And since I have 5 after 5. So
I have 503.
yeah, so
And here is Beth. Okay.
excellent. So once we see Beth, I'll start the meeting.
I'm here at least for some period of time.
Hi, Beth.
I may have to jump off.
Okay. I'm going to call a meeting to order because we have a quorum. And
Oh
it's
dear,
after
you're going to
5.
lose it if I have to leave. Oh well. Maybe
No,
someone else will join.
You can continue.
No?
we have 1
No.
to spare.
Okay.
Okay, so just want to acknowledge that we've complied with the Open Public Meetings Act. We've given notice of today's meeting. Call the meeting to order. We've done. Bob, you've handled the roll call?
Yes, ma'am. I've already marked it off.
Okay. Approval of excused absences? Do you have a motion?
No, nobody notified me of their absence, so
Except Beth, who's here.
yeah.
All right. And we need a motion to approve the agenda.
I make a motion.
So moved.
Okay.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second.
Thank you. And I hope everyone received the minutes from our January meeting. We need a motion to approve those minutes. If there are no questions about them or corrections.
I move to approve.
So
Thank you, Amanda.
second.
Okay, and we got the financials from
Excuse
Linda.
me, Susan, you do
Yeah.
have to ask for a vote on that.
Okay. All right. Can we have a vote on that motion that was made to approve the minutes for January?
Aye.
Aye.
Any
I'm going to
objections?
I'm just going to abstain because I wasn't present.
Thank you, Julian. Okay, so the motion passes. At least it appears to me from this that it does. And we have approval of bills. Linda sent us all the financials earlier today. So if
I
anyone,
didn't have any questions about any of the items. They looked standard.
I would tell you that these snows are running up our salting and plowing bill.
yeah, I noticed that.
But
But that's to
you
be
know,
expected.
right, you can't have people falling and injuring themselves.
Are there any?
Bob,
Motion.
I'm sorry. I just have a question for Bob.
Mhm.
Yes, ma'am.
It's not about the finances. I saw something on there for February 17th NJLA conference. Was that the one that was in AC?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Well,
Are there any other questions about the bills and financials? Is there a
No.
motion? Is there a motion to approve them?
So moved.
Second.
Can we have a vote? Vote on the motion.
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any objections? Okay, seeing none, the motion passes. Okay, I'm going to ask for a postponement of number 8. That's an appointment that I need to make, and I'm still trying to figure that out. So we move on to committee reports.
okay. I sent out to you all the revised collection development policy. And I thought I would talk a little bit about the assumptions, I think, in the library profession about collection development. First of all, it's the diversity of a library's collection depends on the size of the population it serves. Obviously, if you're the Boston Public Library, you have a wider variety of people than the Jamesburg Public Library. They serve a smaller population, which probably is not as diverse as a major urban area. Okay, just hold on one second. I didn't. Oh. If a call is coming from California, it's not a board member, I'm assuming. Okay. And obviously it's a function of the size of the building and of the budget. A poorly funded public library or library cannot afford to buy as widely as a well-funded library. The second thing is is it something that people would probably be interested in? For example,
Hello?
hi,
Beth?
I can almost hear you.
okay.
Beth, I think.
I'll try to be a little louder.
Oh, Peter?
I think
Oh,
she's on the
man.
phone.
Yeah,
Oh,
she's on
okay.
another call.
okay.
Can someone mute her?
And just, for a imaginary book, A History of Hammers. A History of Hammers might be interesting if you stumbled on to the book, but it's probably unlikely that somebody would come into this library looking for A History of Hammers. I'm not even sure there is a history of hammers. But although there's probably somebody who has a mania for hammers and has written about it. The next criteria is the material accurate? Does it represent the factual or the best interpretation of the factual basis of that material? Does it make sense in its presentation? If an author is writing a book asserting that the Roman Empire included North America, well, that would mean Columbus and the Vikings were not the first, and all other things. It's unlikely that that is accurate. The quality of the writing is also important. And the quality of the media. For example, if it is a DVD, is it playable? For a book, is it written well that people can understand it? I think we've all seen people who have written a book and you look at it and go, that's nice, but it doesn't make any sense. Nobody edited it. The sentence structure doesn't work, etc. Now, there is an exception to that. If in our case, if it is a book about New Brunswick, or maybe a video that somebody shot of New Brunswick in 1970, or 19 whatever. Since we collect as much as we can about New Brunswick, we might add that book to the collection, even though the grammar stinks, it's not organized well, etc. We generally buy from book reviews or media reviews, because obviously the librarians who are doing the selection can't read every book. You have to rely on the professional reviewers. But again, a library that specializes in collecting material on boating might well buy books on boating that they can find any review on because they have a comprehensive collection. A library our size would probably not buy a book that says that the earth is flat. There are people who sincerely believe that, but we would not buy that book. We wouldn't buy a book that says the Holocaust never happened. Okay, it contradicts all of the material in the historical record. Now, we might well buy a book that talks about different theories of the earth. Or we might well buy a book that says, well, 6 million didn't die, it was only 4 million. It's, a historically disputable point. And so now that also applies to what we get rid of. Libraries have finite shelf space. And if you buy 6,000 books, you're going to have to weed probably 5,000 because some books don't come back, some books become damaged, etc. And those are the criteria both in and out. Now, we had to do a revision of our collection development policy because the state legislature passed and the governor signed a Freedom to Read Act. And they have specific wording that they want in public library policies. And that was, and if you noticed in the markup copy I distributed, that's what we put in. Our policy, I think, followed those guidelines, but didn't always have the same wording. So I guess.
Bob, just a question on that point. So is it all of this change language required by the new law?
Yes.
Okay, and that's the only thing that's different between
I think we rephrased a couple of things going over it to make sure that anytime you're editing a document, you can find some things that could have been said better. But there was no substantial change in intent.
Okay.
Questions?
Did everyone have a chance to go through to go through this? I know Bob gave it to us, well ahead of the meeting. But I just want to make sure that people did have a chance to look at it. Bob, what is the purpose of having a collection development policy?
It is the guideline for the staff in what we intend to buy, intend to add to the collection. It is a protection for the staff, so that they know what is expected. It also is it contains a mechanism for people who are not happy about us having a book. Let's say we have a book with a character in it who is gay, and that is a favorable treatment of that character in that book. There are people who would find that offensive. If they did, there is a mechanism here for them to state what bothers them, and then get a fair hearing on it. By the way, one of the things we had previously changed, and that the state has put in different words, is if you want to object to a book we have, you need to be a New Brunswick resident. If you happen to live in Nashville, Tennessee, you may not like the book, but that's not something we are involved in.
Does anyone else have any questions or comments?
No, Bob, you haven't had any problems so far, right?
Knock on wood. We haven't, but there's, I'm sure there are people who don't like some of the books we have here.
Some libraries have had issues. That's why I was asking.
Oh, some of them, even in
I've
New
read.
Jersey, have had major
Yeah.
issues.
Major. Okay, that's good. Keep our
So,
fingers crossed.
absolutely. Bob, what do you need the board to do?
The board would need a motion to approve the policy, a second, and a vote.
Okay.
So moved.
Second.
Call for a vote.
Aye.
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 Any objections? Vote passes, motion passes. Bob, I just have one question.
Yes, ma'am.
If there are any questions on this later, or anything comes up, we can always revisit, right?
Oh yeah. I mean, policies are intended to be modified
Okay.
and changed.
Mhm.
For
Okay.
example, and I'll tell you, and it's not included because I think it's almost too new. What do you do about a book that's not written by a person, but written by AI?
Mhm.
Oh, right.
It is, and AI is producing books. Is that something we would buy? If so, would we identify it on the book? Because people are publishing books made by AI without telling anybody they were done by AI. So that's going to be 6 months, 2 years. We would be putting in a policy statement.
Okay, thank you. Thanks for explaining that too. Do you want to move on to behavior policy?
As you were all notified, I had a discussion with Michael Drulis, the city administrator, who had been favorable to the budget's proposal for 2026 that included funding for a security guard all of our open hours. And
Okay.
while the budget has not been approved, he concurred with me that we needed to go ahead and get the security person in. It's the same company that has been satisfactorily being here. And it has helped an enormous amount because there is somebody walking around who is going to be able to tell people, no, you can't eat here. No, you have to keep your voices down. Because, and especially with the weather we've been having, we have gotten a lot of people in, most of whom are just looking for a place to be warm. And but some of them have difficulty dealing with the behavior that's acceptable in a public library. So having a security guard has helped enormously.
Oh, that's great.
Now, will it eliminate all problems? Actually, I think the first week we had the security guard, we ended up calling the police once every one of those days, because it was just a burst of issues and problems. Sometimes medical, sometimes other issues, but so far it is working out, I think, as well as it can.
So, is there a behavior policy that the library currently has?
Well, ma'am, sorry, I couldn't hear that.
Is there currently a behavioral policy for the library?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah.
And actually, it has a few changes, and it'll probably be on the agenda for next meeting. Basically making the young adult room having the same parameters as the children's room. Things like you, with some small differences, but if you are people who go into the room, adults, you must be accompanying a team. Maybe a
Right.
tutoring thing, but no, you can't just sit there because it's a open table. It is for teens.
So I have another question. So with the full-time security, the behavioral policy sort of becomes the guideline, right?
Right.
For them to
And-
enforce.
Okay. The one thing I did emphasize, and we had emphasized it before with just the evening security person, was the librarian in charge is the librarian in charge. They're the one making choices. The security guard is carrying out
Okay.
our policy as implemented by the person in charge,
Mhm.
which is the librarian. Because there are libraries that have had problems with security guards simply deciding they were going to run the building.
Mhm. Do you need us to do anything today regarding behavioral
No,
Okay.
no, ma'am.
behavior? Are there any questions about the security or the policy? Do you want to move on to finance, Bob?
Yeah, and I'm not going to read all these numbers off, but one thing about, and I think this dates back to 1840 something, the state of New Jersey decided that public libraries are entitled to a minimum funding from their municipality of 1/3 of a mil.
Mhm.
And please don't ask me to explain. It's .0003333. Okay, of the assessed value. Now, we
Right.
are lucky and that the city feels that our assessed, our 1/3 of a mil would be insufficient for us to give quality library service for as many hours as we do and in the wide variety. So they supplement that. But
Right.
just give you a clue on how equalized value does not really help all communities. If in 2026 the minimum funding for Metuchen would be 1.2 million. For Carteret, 1.7 million. For New Brunswick, 1.7 million. For Perth Amboy, 1.9 million. And South Plainfield also 1.9 million. And if you think about the size of those places, obviously the per capita amounts would be extremely different. And
Mhm.
I think the highest in Middlesex County is Monroe. Excuse me. And by the way, that is a beautiful library that is superbly run. But they do have money. So
Yes. Nice library.
yeah.
Any questions from the trustees? Any comments?
No.
All right, let's move on to trustee education.
Yes, There's a webinar tonight, this evening. I'm going to log on to. It's a presentation by attorney Douglas Zucker, Esquire. I met him at our in-person conferences years ago, and he was one of the most popular presenters at our conferences. And he's on tonight. I think it's from the NJLA. I'm getting so many emails for webinars, driving me crazy here. But I think that's from the NJLA. But I'll be on that at 7 o'clock. There's an academy, this niche academy, that's been sending out emails.
Mm-hmm.
My suggestion to the board is to just log on to webinar@nicheacademy.com. The woman, Julie Edwards, she lists, there's a whole list of presentations. If anything looks like something you may want, you might want to log on to, because what I might want to listen to, you might not. So you can just see everything on there. They have a lot of things that are coming up. So that would be my suggestion to you for this niche academy. That is, as far as the education, just log on there and check them out.
Deb,
that's,
can you
you know,
send the
that's
website?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Did anyone have a chance to go?
I just assumed that everybody was getting them. I got them. I don't know where they got me from. I just assumed they had us all, but no problem. I can send it out. It just all of a sudden I started getting a lot of emails from this person.
Did anyone have a chance to go to the Niche Academy earlier this month? I did. I did listen, and it was really well done. So
Yeah.
I would endorse Deb's comments, because they put on a good program, and that one was very relevant to the role of trustee. And I think
Yeah, I did listen to one back in was it February 11th?
yes,
Library Trustees Advocacy, how to manage without melting down,
yes.
was actually excellent. Yeah, very good. Does anybody know where we're getting this from? Is that you, Bob? Did you send this out?
I may have sent some of them out, but also
Okay.
I'd add that the Library Foundation has arranged for a subscription for the library to a subset on dealing with the homeless, mentally ill, and other library situations.
Okay. Good. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, it's good. I just wondered where all of a sudden, she's in the mail. I just wondered where it came from. It was great. It's great though.
Once your email turns up on one list, it turns up on 42 of them.
Actually,
Don't I know?
that's what I thought, Deb, that maybe they got it from the State Trustees Association.
Yeah.
Oh, they could have. Yes. Yes. Okay. It's good though. But I will send this out after the meeting. The website. No problem.
And if anyone's interested in the one that they offered earlier this month, I think they sent anyone who attended a link to the recording. So I might be able to provide that to you if you're interested.
Yeah, I did see that come up. For some reason, I logged on to it, but they also sent me a link. So a link will come up I think you have to request it if you didn't initially hear it. But I did get that link request, just in case I didn't hear it, but I did. And that way you can listen to it anytime.
Any questions about education? Just bring up now that package of information that I mailed out earlier today. It's also just meant, to sort of provide a reference and reinforcement in terms of understanding our roles and, knowing more about the library. And I hope it's helpful.
It is. I checked.
It is. Thank you very
helpful.
much, Susan.
Yeah, thank
You're welcome.
Yes, thank you for putting that together, Susan.
Well,
yeah.
Bob and
Appreciate
his
it.
staff helped tremendously.
Thank you, Bob. And staff.
Thank you.
Just doing my
Bye.
job. Just doing my job.
Okay, Deb, you're up for the Friends Liaison.
Okay. We had a meeting on February the 2nd, and our president, Yesenia Hernandez, is offering any board member to become a part of the Friends of the Library committees, if anybody would like to work on those. Because as you know, we're struggling for membership. She also suggested that maybe we would do an in-person, like a meet and greet with some of the young people in the area or any, neighbors, friends, or anybody, and we haven't put it together yet, but that was her suggestion. So we're looking into that also to increase membership because we need a lot of help. As far as programming, I regret that I was unable to attend the Black History program. I had a previous commitment that I couldn't get out of, but I haven't heard anything, or Bob, maybe you can,
Yes.
tell us something.
I was
about
there. It was marvelous. Kim Adams of our staff had put it together originally as part of our 250th celebration.
Right.
I would add that the rumor that I was around back then is not true. I may be up there, but not that old. But the presenter Stephen just did a marvelous job. And we had about 25, 30 people.
Oh, that was nice.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Oh, all right.
And Deb, go ahead, please.
No, that was about the blacks in the revolution.
Right.
Yeah.
It was Valentine's Day?
I'm sorry, I missed that. Yeah. So upcoming March the 7th, I see that the library is, we're doing the Trailblazing Women of New Brunswick. I definitely plan to be there at that one. And it's Saturday, March 7th at 11 a.m. If anyone can attend, that would be great. I know like I said, I will be there. I think that is about it.
Okay, well, I have a couple of things about the book sale.
Okay.
At great personal sacrifice, because I have to now take the book sale chairperson to Los Angeles again. But
Nice.
Maureen Toole is going to chair it again.
Great.
So it will do well, or I'll be in deep trouble. And Lynn Parenko has already set up to have Damon House folks come and bring the tables up and the cartons of boxes and bring the tables down after it's over, which is a lot of physical work.
That's a lot.
I'd also add that the let me get this right. The Collaborative Center for Community Engagements of Rutgers' third annual Access Week. The Brian Kursky and 4 or 5 of their people all volunteered to help start getting things straightened out down there. It's a lot of physical work. If any of you would like to show how strong you are, let me know and I will pass your contact info on to the book sale chairperson.
Okay, Bob, also I saw that you were asking for boxes. I know you sent an
We
email out.
don't need them now.
You don't need them now? Okay.
Right. We got enough.
Okay, good.
I hope.
All right, great.
Thank you, though.
Uh-huh. Okay, that's it.
Question for Deb or Bob. What is the actual date of the book sale?
April 10th and 11th. That's a
10th, yeah.
Friday. Friday, it's from 1 to 7, and Saturday from 10 to 4.
So
4, yeah.
when you're setting up, which is the day when like you would need the most help, or days?
I would say that Thursday is the day because when the Damien House folks are volunteering and bringing up all the tables, it's not that easy to unload the boxes, put them up at the same time. Thursday, I think, would be the day.
Okay.
Okay. All right, we're up to, does anyone have any questions about the book sale? Does anyone want to volunteer to help?
I'll be there. Yeah.
I'd like to
Days. I don't know exactly.
Oh, sorry.
I would also like to volunteer, but on Thursday preferably, which
Good.
is when the most help is needed.
Yeah. So,
I'm also going to try to arrange to be there Thursday.
Yeah. I'll do my
Bob,
best.
you want us to drop you a note? So you
yes,
can,
please drop me an email with and since I'm just going to be forwarding them to Maureen, put the preferred telephone number in it so that she can reach out to you.
Mhm.
And she's not as mean as I make her out to be. She's actually pretty nice.
we know that.
We know that. Who said that?
Yeah, I did that. Beth said that.
Hey,
We've
After-
met Maureen. She's lovely.
after 40 years, okay, moving on from that before I get myself in trouble.
Up to director's report. Are you good, Bob?
Yep, I'm ready for the director's report. Okay. Just a few. Senator Booker every year for Read Across America has one of his staff ask the public libraries to send him suggestions, and I always pass that on to Karen Stupi, who comes up with some wonderfully New Jersey connected books, and including and a book by Laura Walmark, who is a New Jersey author on Hedy Lamarr, who some of us thought she was just a movie star. And it turns out that she was far more than that. and I'm not going to read off the other titles, but they're all great suggestions. We don't know what book the senator will pick.
Mhm.
We were, I, Linda, and some other staff all were at, oh, are you at a webinar or attend a webinar? Whatever. Done by the Public Library Association on basically what to do if ice turns up. And it was very interesting. To me, the highlight was the part presented by the Hennepin County Library Director, because
Mhm.
Minneapolis is in his county, and there are so many things that you might not have normally thought of that need to be addressed for just the strain on staff, even if nothing happens in their library, knowing that another library or outside another library, there is something happening. Dealing with children who are put under tremendous stress. Wonderful, wonderful. If I get the download of the slides, I will pass those on to everybody.
Thank you.
Door account, okay. Door account, Henry Guesthouse porch. Well, with this weather, they have not been able to make any progress, but I wouldn't have expected it. Holy Festival will be April 18th. So soon as the book sale is done, we're going into another major activity. And I know we will try to limit attendance. I don't think that what we did before the pandemic with 500 people was really viable. That was wonderful, but a little too much. Municipal IDs are still being issued, but the number has gone down.
Mhm.
I assume people are
They're afraid.
uncomfortable, afraid.
Yep. They're afraid.
And Karen Stupi applied for and got a Science Across America program. We were one of 110 libraries picked throughout the nation. And we will hold at least 2 programs and about science in the community. For a place that has Johnson & Johnson and Rutgers, obviously there are any number of topics. VITA tax assistance has started again, as I always talk about every year. These are absolutely wonderful students from Rutgers helping people get their taxes done. The maximum income level, I think, is around $75,000. But this would be a very, very challenging thing for most people. I mean, the income tax system is not simple in this country. Anyway,
No, it isn't.
we have a Windows of Understanding program coming up. And that is always interesting. So let me cut that at that point. The dates and times will be in the written minutes.
The Windows of Understanding sounds really cool, actually.
Yeah, it has become, I think they now have 6 or 7 different towns in central New Jersey that are all part of it. It is grown amazingly well.
Mhm. Okay, does anyone have any questions about any of the subjects, topics that Bob discussed?
No.
Okay, seeing no questions, let's go on to unfinished business. Is there any? No unfinished business? Any old business to discuss? Any new business to come before the board?
I actually have 2 things. One is the Rutgers Democracy Lab is now doing a Mino cause, which is supplying feminine sanitary products. And they have reached out to us and asked if we would cooperate in helping distribute those.
Bob, what board from Rutgers?
It's the Rutgers Democracy Lab, and the program is the Mino cause.
Is that a student?
I think that's really great and an awesome resource for women and young women within New Brunswick. And if we are able to
Mhm.
help them and work with them, I think that's awesome.
I think I don't see a problem. I wouldn't do what they suggested, which was put dispensers in the restroom, only because having seen what happens to our restroom, there are people who would not be kind, leave it at that. So I would probably work with them to come up with a different mechanism for
Right.
distributing it.
I wonder if you
Uh-huh.
could advertise it with a poster and then hold them behind like the front desk,
Yeah,
and then distribute as people ask.
yeah, I think that might well be a good way to do it.
Well, it sounds great, and I am a fan.
Okay. Hearing no other comments, I'll assume that I'll go ahead with that. The other is, okay, over the years, we have about once every 5 years, I have gotten a request for somebody to do their wedding reception in our community room, or the wedding and the reception, and I've turned that down. We have also had one wedding in the library because the person officiating and the 2 people getting married got rained on when they were out in Buclo Park, and they were looking for a place to go. And I walked by the room and I noticed a bride and a groom and somebody saying the appropriate words. And since the ceremony was just about done, I wish them well. However, I got a very nice email from a woman, not a New Brunswick resident, but she loves this library building. And she was asking me, could she hold her wedding here? I would have probably said no, except that she said she lives in Monmouth County and none of their libraries have any panache. Since my wife is now a retiree from the Monmouth County library system, I kind of went, yes, oh, a little, Anyway, I don't know. I probably should be saying no and not even asking you, but anyone have any comments?
I think it's kind of a sticky situation.
Yeah, it's a little testy.
I'd be worried about liability coming from the legal.
Liability,
Yeah.
people coming in, who's coming, and what might happen. Yeah, liability, the big issue, I think.
Unless they have
I
their
don't
own
know.
insurance to cover the event. But I don't know how many
Yeah.
people. Did they tell you how many people?
She said 20. It's just the
Family, friends.
ceremony, and it's 25 people, approximately.
Maybe this is ungracious, but I'm thinking they're just trying to avoid renting a venue. Is that mean spirited?
I see what you're
because you know
saying,
No.
but also I understand, as someone who likes to read, I can see the appeal
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
wanting to get married in a library or a building like that.
Yeah, especially one that looks like ours.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What about Bob?
there is another option. You could always direct them over to City Hall. A lot of people like to get married over there. See how the mayor thinks, what he thinks about that.
I was also gonna say, Bob,
There's been a lot of ways. Well, I'm not here, but across the country. I don't know. I think the liability,
Don't people normally get married in City Hall? Like if they,
Yeah.
They get married over in the vital statistics office, not in City Hall.
Yeah.
okay.
So
Well,
that's
yeah,
that's
not
over
in
in
City Hall, but
25
they-
Kirkpatrick.
Yeah. Well, they could do that, but I was really making a joke on the mayor. But anyway, it could be done, somewhere else. I don't think the library's a place. That's just my opinion.
Susan, what were you going to say?
I was gonna say, is this something that, at least on the legal basis, should we ask TK?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not unprecedented that buildings like museums events and have this venues sort of stream of revenue, but I'm not a lawyer, and as Julian already said, there are legal things, and you might have to be contracted up before you ever start doing this.
Yeah, I would say run it by TK.
That's a good idea.
TK, check it out. Yeah, run it by him first.
Yeah.
I have a feeling TK may agree with Julie, but the TK is the city attorney, right?
Yeah.
Yes, he is. Yes.
So, yeah.
TK will understand that people go around the world and across the country to look out for cool places to get married, and people
Yeah, they do.
Library.
It's possible to be done, but I would, there'd probably be legal,
for sure.
complications involved. So just run it by TK.
Yeah,
Okay.
I like the idea.
And run, and then work from there.
Okay.
Whatever he says.
Okay.
Yeah.
By the way, my wife and I got married in a City Hall in Ogdensburg, New York, 40 years ago.
Mhm.
And the mayor at the time forgot he was supposed to come down on a Saturday and marry us.
Oh,
And
that
I-
was nice.
And we and my and our two best man
Yeah.
maid
yeah,
of honor
Yeah.
were sitting there waiting for him, and we finally had to have the police call him at home and remind him.
Oh my goodness. Oh no. Sorry.
However, I would note that maybe that was good luck because we've lasted a fair amount of time.
You lasted a long time.
Bad
Probably
luck.
good luck.
Yeah.
Well, something has to go wrong, right?
Something has to go wrong for it to be right.
Are there any other matters, topics, subjects to come before the board? Any questions?
No.
Any comments from the public? Okay, I don't hear anything. Is there a motion for adjournment?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Vote?
Aye.
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 Right, folks. Thank you all.
Yeah, thank you, everyone.
Take care,
Thank
everyone.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good night.
Kathy.
Take care now.
Stay warm.
Yeah. Yes. Good advice.
And safe.